Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 20th of June 2022. I can't believe it's already almost the end of June. This month has just flown by. I'm going to use the Hanson Roberts Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about today. This is a really small deck. I always recommend this if you're traveling around with and you want to take a deck of cards with you. This is a good one to take because it's just so small. I'm going to choose 3 cards here today to see what the cards have to say about Monday and what energy you'll be working with. So let's see what that is, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. First card is in here. We've got the 3 of Cups, friendship, love, the ability to learn from others in a positive way. Then we've got the Queen of Rods, a woman who's living her life purpose and who's happy and who feels in control, and she's able to bring excitement and interest to anything that she touches, really. In my deck of cards, I depicted the Queen of Wands as a woman who's presenting her artwork. It's a gallery opening, and she's taking a bow because it's her creative output that she really cares about. She's presenting to the world, and then down here the audience are all applauding, and it's a really happy, joyous moment. And finally we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh wow, we haven't had the Wheel of Fortune in ages, and that's really about changing your fortunes for the better and changing your life around so that you have a lot more positivity and a much greater sense of control, and you're avoiding some of the negatives. So you're kind of on top of the world here. So all 3 cards are really positive. We've got the 3 of Cups, which is a minor arcana card, so that's a temporary influence. Other people support you and you're able to appreciate them and celebrate. The Queen of Rods is a court card, so that either appears as a person, so that's someone who you could be celebrating with or spending time with, or it appears as certain characteristics within yourself. So you could be this person who then connects with other people on an amazing level. And it's the combination of that that leads to major change in your life. And particularly with the Sphinx, the Sphinx here at the top, this sense of wisdom about your own life and understanding of who you are and how to maximize the good stuff and how to minimize the bad stuff. Wow. Okay, and it's a major arcana card, and that means it's a universal theme that appears at certain moments in your life and isn't anywhere to be found at others. So it gives you this sense of, I'm in control here, I'm at the center, I've got a compass, and I get to determine which direction I'm going to go in. And because of the wisdom, of course, you're going to choose something that's positive rather than negative. And the Queen of Rods, a fire card, is also very much about your life purpose and taking charge of your destiny and saying, this is what I'm going to do, not that, this. So the 3 of Cups, 3 in numerology is about communication and new beginnings. So something fresh appears in your life. And the 3 of Cups, you can see these 3 women, they all look very different. She's wearing a pink dress and has this big fluffy hair, blue, and she's a brunette, and then other colors. But the cups they're holding, they're all the same. So these women from very different walks of life and different backgrounds and different experiences, they realize that they do have something in common, and that is that they genuinely like each other and that they care for each other, and that spending time together is pleasurable, it's enjoyable, and it gives them a sense of connection. And it's also like putting money in the piggy bank of warding off loneliness. So let's say they meet once a week, they do that, they go for lunch and have drinks, and they all really enjoy that and they learn from each other in the process. By having that in their lives for each woman, it's something that makes them feel more grounded and seen and heard and loved and supported. And they know that, you know, if they meet on Wednesday, that if it's a Friday and something negative happens, that they can pick up the phone and say, hey, Sharon, do you know what? I had something horrible happen to me today. What is your perspective on that? Have you been there? Have you been through this? Have you got any words of wisdom for me? It's basically friendship. So this card says that, one, you're able to look beyond the surface and you're able to see what you have in common with other people rather than focusing on what makes you different, what sets you apart. And then secondly, you're able to connect with these people in a way that allows you to understand that you're not alone in life, that it isn't all hard work and difficult, that it can be fun, and that the whole process can be navigated in conjunction with other people, and that their wisdom and their love and their support can make the whole process much easier and, in fact, enjoyable. So who's in your life that you like spending time with? Maybe do pick up the phone. And also, if you don't have a lot of friends or if you don't feel overly connected, go and do something that you enjoy. Water is about love and spirituality and connection. So something that makes you feel connected, and then see who's doing the same thing and just strike up a conversation. What I've noticed with meeting new people is that the point is just to get them talking. So I remember I went to the gym yesterday, and after the gym I went to the sauna, and there was a guy sitting in there, and he was sitting cross-legged. So I walked in and I said hello, and he said hello, and then I noticed his posture, and I said, "Oh, are you meditating in here?" And it was just that sentence, "Are you meditating in here?" that sparked off a conversation which lasted like 10 minutes, and it was fun, and it was better than sitting in there by myself and sweating. At least I was able to chat during that process. So that's what I get with this card. Then we have the Queen of Rods, also known as the Queen of Wands. And she is a woman who's got to the top by doing what she enjoys. She's holding a sunflower, so she's always looking for the good in her life, and she's looking at how she can bring more of that into her world through her own efforts, and also by being receptive to good coming her way. And it inspires her to do more. So it works both ways. This woman is happy and she's living a great life. If she goes into any friendship circle, it's likely that she'll be accepted because she's bringing so much good stuff to the table. So obviously they're going to be delighted to have someone like that on board, rather than someone who just comes in and grumbles and complains about everything. And then vice versa. By feeling supported and feeling the love and like you're not alone, it gives you the strength to take charge of your own circumstances. It's a support system. So the cards are saying that there is a support system available to you. Use that support system because it's going to make your own life more manageable, and it will make the process far more enjoyable. And that power then leads to the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is the 10th card in the Major Arcana, which says, you don't have to keep treading the path that you're on. You can skip over to the next road or trail, and you can walk that path. No one gets to decide how you live or where you live or what you focus on. It's your choice. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune at the center here, and we've got all this red and yellow and orange. So those are the lower three chakras. The red chakra, the root chakra, is about your connection with planet Earth. The orange one, the sacral chakra, is about you being able to control the way you interact with the world. And yellow is the solar plexus chakra, and that's your energy. So that's the key here to changing things around to get this compass by saying, I'm interested in living my best life, thank you very much. I have power, which I'm going to use to shuffle things around so that circumstances please me. And then with the root chakra, this change that I've made through my own will and through my own decisions, that means that my experience on planet Earth is much more solid and enjoyable for me. And we've got this at the center. So your personality, your will, your drive is key. And then we've got the different elements. So we've got air and earth and fire and water. And the card means that your will trumps anything that's going on in the real world. So the world is an illusion. The only thing that matters is your will, what you decide to pursue, what brings you joy and comfort and pleasure. And that if you engage with that, these things will follow suit and they will adapt to your needs rather than the other way around. And then with the Sphinx here, you know what brings you joy. And that's often the problem. I don't know what I like. I don't know which direction I want to go in. So you're totally clear on what brings you pleasure, and then in turn, what you can do to cement that into your life. Number-wise, we've got 3 and the Queen. The Queen counts as 1, so 3 and 1 is 4, and 10 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 in numerology is about freedom. So by following this process, you can have a much more liberated experience of your life, and you can walk a path that feels much lighter, where you have hundreds, you have so many more options than you've had in the past. And rather than kind of shuffling along this arduous track, you're skipping down the road here. It's a whole different experience. It's a completely different attitude. So this signals that this is a very positive day where you can really take back control of your life and make the experience a much more positive one. So I hope you have a great day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. To draw up your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where I work out your time of birth. Once I have that, then I draw up a wheel like this, your birth chart, and that tells me so much about you. It's like a blueprint of your soul. That's what I call it, because it tells me what your ideal, what your aptitudes are when it comes to work, what's destined in finance and relationships and moving, and also where you have a choice and where you can change things. So if you have any questions at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. And I mentioned this last week in the weekly horoscope, but I want to start doing some live readings again. And I'm thinking of doing those on TikTok. I was on Instagram for years, but I had some problems there with spammers, so I've shut that down and I've come off. But I do like doing the live things. I can do them on YouTube, but I'm kind of missing that extra thing. So I want to go live on TikTok, but you need 1,000 followers to be able to go live on there. So I've created an account, and I don't know how good this is, but I've called it @RealGregoryScott in order to hopefully avoid future spammers. And I think that TikTok has its own verification system, which hopefully is a lot better than the Instagram and Facebook versions, because those haven't really worked very well for me. So please, if you are on TikTok, subscribe to me on there @RealGregoryScott. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do some live tarot readings. And of course, because there are gonna be fewer people on there, there's a much greater likelihood that I can actually answer your question. So if you're interested in joining me for one of those live tarot readings, I always enjoy doing them. They're super fun. Please do join me on TikTok @RealGregoryScott and watch this space, and we'll see what happens there. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. All the best.